In a previous video I covered how I had wanted to buy an American beach cruiser here in Europe and was unable to find the real deal. So I took a mountain bike and did my best with it, creating this. I'm very happy with the result, and the matter would have rested there, except that one day I was browsing on amazon.co.uk and saw that some private importer had brought 20 Sixthreezero Around the Block 7-speed cruisers into England, and I just had to have one. Hello and welcome to Surrey, England. Inside this box is a Sixthreezero beach cruiser, a design that's come to us all the way from Southern California. My question is, could a bicycle like this be relevant here so far away in Europe? This is the entry-level model, the Around the Block. In order to ship it for as low a price as possible, they've done a really good job of cramming it into a comparatively small box. This bicycle sells for $239 in the US, though here in the UK I paid £412. This is the 7-speed model, and that's actually cheaper than the 3-speeder because this uses a derailleur and they're cheaper to manufacture than internal hub gears. When I did assemble the bicycle, I was a little surprised to find that not only was the promised packet of tools missing, but also the seat post. This complicated matters a little. I went to a nearby bicycle shop and the guy had to go through all his seat posts to find one that fitted, because this size isn't particularly common in Europe. The only one he could find was this one with suspension included, and that was quite expensive. It was £27.50, but I was so happy to get my hands on one that I cheerfully paid up. Another problem with this bicycle is the condition of the front wheel bearings. This is how they came out of the box. I'm told I shouldn't ride it in this state, so I'm going to have to wait for someone with a van to give me a lift to a bicycle shop or buy the tools I need to adjust them online. I've cut down an old wine crate, varnished it and bolted it to the rear carrier and swapped the rear reflector for a light. I've also added an old-fashioned looking battery-powered LED headlight from Amazon, the style of which, I hope you'll agree, is appropriate to the style of this bicycle. A bell, which no one pays any attention to, and I made a head badge because I didn't like the Sixthreezero one. Actually, I ended up adjusting the wheel bearings myself. Rather than ordering the special tool, I just ground this spanner down until it was thin enough to fit in here. After having done that, I did have a quick test ride to make sure that I'd done it properly, but I've never ridden this thing any real distance. Let's do that now. Okay, I'm dying to have a go. Let's try it out. Well, I'm the first to admit that this bicycle is very comfortable. The ergonomics are superb. And the good news doesn't end there. The gears work beautifully. Maybe it's because it's the first new bicycle I've ever owned, but it really is a pleasure to ride on tarmac as well as on trails. When I say that the gears work perfectly, what I mean is that if you click this thing once, it changes one gear. If you click it twice, it always changes 2 gears. Other bicycles with derailleurs I've owned, you might click once and nothing happens, click again, nothing happens, click a third time, click a third time, and it changes twice. That never happens with this. Well, I absolutely love this thing. It really is a joy to ride. It's wonderful. I can't believe that Sixthreezero are able to produce such a good bicycle for the money. It's superb. Quality control. There was a tiny nick in the seat. The seat post was completely missing, as were the tools that you're supposed to get to put it together with. But it cost $239. So, back to my original question. Is a Southern Californian style beach cruiser relevant here in Europe? And the answer, a resounding yes. Thanks for watching.